Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. This video is going to be about the second volume of Berserk, the deluxe edition. So it's like 3 volumes in one, 3 normal volumes in one. And I'll give a little synopsis of Berserk. So Berserk is a series about this guy named Guts and this other dude named Griffin. But it's about Guts. It's like in medieval time, and there's like a bunch of wars, and they fight, and he's a swordsman. This is like bare bones, but like it's way more deep than that. I just really don't want to spoil anything for somebody who hasn't. I will spoil stuff because I'm obviously going to go over the volume. There's also an anime, but the anime is pretty not good. It's compared to the manga, the art style is night and day. Like, Berserk has some of the best art I've ever seen in manga, without a doubt. And it is a tragedy that the guy died. It was the author. Anyways, I'm going to get into the review of I'm going to go over some of the stuff that happened in the volume, and I'm going to give my take. I'm not going to get everything because it's literally 3 volumes, and I don't want this video to be like an hour long. So, it's about this guy named Guts. Guts is a kid. So this is like his backstory. The backstory of what happened to this stuff in the first time and how he got there. And it's about Guts as a kid. And he's like he's getting like destroyed by this like ogre looking dude, and then his father figure, Gambio, Gambio, I don't know how to say that, but like sold him out, and so this like bodyguard guy comes, and then Guts kind of escapes a little bit and talks to him, and he learns, this is the guy he learned how to use a sword from. This dude is basically Guts' father. And yeah, Guts ends up killing him because the guy tried to betray him, and then Guts gets away. And it's so good. I was shocked that this is how the story was gonna go, but he killed this guy, and Guts is crying, which I'm like, oh my god, from the first volume to this, I would have never expected him to cry, but I guess he is a kid, and the man was like a father to him, so, it kind of, hurt him a lot. So he's going away, or he's like running away because that guy's men is after him because they killed his boss, and Guts gets attacked by a bunch of wolves. I'm pretty sure he kills some of them, but he gets injured even more, and then, like, these, like, group of warriors come and save him, and Griffin's there. This is the first time he meets Griffin, and then, I know I'm jumping around a lot. I'm not going to go over detail of everything that happens. I would want you to read it. I'm just, like, the main important stuff. And then Guts challenges Griffin to a fight. Guts gets his ass whooped. Then there's, like, then he is severely injured, and this girl, who's a member of Griffin's, like, organization, basically sleeps next to him naked to help keep him warm, but then she acts like she hates him, and she's important for later. But, yeah, he gets his ass kicked, and then Griffin they make a proposition in this fight. Guts says, I don't remember exactly what he said, but Griffin said, you're mine if I win, and Griffin wins. And then Griffin gives Guts a really big sword and says, you're going to learn how to use this, which is his actual sword he uses, I'm pretty sure, which is fucking awesome. And then this is basically like a warrior group, like a tribe of warriors, and a time skip happens, and Guts is in the back, and he's gotten really good with his sword, and he protects the rear if people come in and attack them, and Griffin is in the front, so they're like the 2 strongest people of the thing. But I always kind of felt like Griffin was up to something. Well, that girl that he slept with naked next to him, she's kind of in love. It seems like she's kind of in love with Griffin, like everyone is, I guess. And she starts fighting with him, saying, because there's a time skip, and then they're fighting, and Guts runs off to, like, kill a bunch of people by himself to prove that he's strong, I guess. And he wasn't supposed to do that. He was supposed to like bring his men with him and like help her by distracting some people. And oh my god, it was so good. The art. Oh. Anyways, Griffin says it's all right though, because Griffin stops by and says it's fine because he planned for this, because he knew Guts was going to do it because they know each other. And yeah, she says he hasn't changed and Guts hasn't changed in 3 years, so that's how I knew there was like a time skip, which is crazy that he's been doing this for 3 years. Guts doesn't seem like a kind of guy who would take orders very well, but I guess he is a man of his word because he said that he'd become this. And then a little later, they fight this guy named Zod, which is like a god dude. And Guts goes in. They send a bunch of troops, and none of the troops come back, so they all think these troops are dead. And Guts is like, send me, send me, send me. I want to go fight this guy. So Guts goes, but he wasn't supposed to go. And he gets his ass fucking handed to him, dude. He gets beat the fuck up. I really enjoy Berserk for not making the good guy like, I'm a hero. Like, he's kind of in this, like, weird gray area, from what I can tell. And the villains seem like they're in the weird gray area. I really enjoy that aspect. Anyways, Guts fights the guy, gets his ass whooped, and then Griffin comes in, and Griffin and a bunch of people come in, and they start shooting at the guy, and then Griffin comes and tries to save Guts, and then Griffin gets stabbed, no. Yeah, they see his, like, necklace thing, and then, the Zod gets all confused and, like, freaks out because of it and runs away, even though he beat the fuck out of him, and they were the only two people to draw blood from this monster, and he like praises him for it, which thank you. They get praised for it. And that was just such a good fight. It was so well drawn, and it's so good. Well, then Guts tries to see Griffin, but he can't. He gets stopped, and then by the girl, I don't remember her name, or like Caesar or something like that, but he gets stopped by her. She yells at him and punches him in the face, says, this is all your fucking fault that Griffin got injured, because she's kind of in love with him, from the vibes I'm getting. And then, like, the king comes and tells him that he wants Griffin and their men to join in on this, like, hunt, which is fucking cool. But it's like a hunt for a bunch of nobles and rich people, and they're all a bunch of groups of commoners, even though, like, every person that's seen Griffin has commented on how beautiful he is and all this stuff, and how he looks like a noble and this and that. And, like, this, like, he's like the king's brother, I'm pretty sure. He's this noble guy, is really fucking pissed about it. And he's, like, talking all this shit. He's like, I'm gonna hire an assassin to kill Griffin. Blah, blah, blah. I hate this motherfucker. Stuff like that. Well, he doesn't say it in that exact words, but that's what fucking happens. And then they go on the hunt, and Griffin is talking to the princess, because she's going too, and she kind of falls for him, but she's like, I hate war, I hate bloodshed, I don't even want to be here, blah, blah, blah. Griffin's whole thing is, I like fights and war, there's a reason for war, like, he's not a brute, he's a smart guy. And he, like, charms her and stuff, and the assassin that's coming to kill Griffin shoots an arrow. It's supposed to hit. Everyone thinks that they're supposed to hit the princess, and it hits Griffin, and Griffin gets saved by the charm that he has, a necklace on his neck, the weird fucking necklace thing. And everyone thought the princess was supposed to be shot, so everyone's like, oh my god, let's get out of here, blah, blah, blah. Guts is kind of mad that, that happened, and they saved him. Well, somehow Griffin knew who tried to kill him, like knew who's the one who mastermind behind the plan. So Griffin tells Guts, hey, I want you to assassinate this guy. Guts wears like a hood, goes in and kills the guy. But the dude was like, he was training like his nephew on how to use a sword, and he's being a dick. He's like, bah. So his nephew's like 13-year-old boy. He's like training him and stuff. And then Guts comes in and kills him. And then he's walking out the door, but he like pictures like his old dad or the guy he saw as a father figure, and he kills the kid and then feels really bad about it. But also this kind of feels like Griffin was setting up Guts to fail. Anyways, then they go into war and they fight a bunch of people, and they go into war again, and Guts is going in, and the girl Caesar gets attacked by this like giant dude just spitting all this like misogynistic like bullshit, like, oh, you are a woman, you shouldn't be in battle, you shouldn't be fighting people, why is a woman like a commander in this fleet, why is a woman this, that, and the other, why, and she attacks her, and she falls off her horse, and then Guts comes and saves her and grabs her, and then they fall down together into like this water, and Guts in his armor, you gotta remember he's wearing a fucking like shit ton of armor, and saves her. They go into like this little cave. He saves her. So they're in the cave, and he gets her. She has a fever. I'm pretty sure she was on her period, but I'm not 100% sure. Guts takes off her clothes. They lay together in this cave. She wakes up. She tells Guts the reason why she joined the thing, which was she was a common folk, and she was a farmer, and her dad a nobleman saw her, tried to rape her, and then she was saved by, Griffin, and she owes her life to Griffin. This story is so fucking good. Oh my god. I know I paraphrased and skipped a bunch of stuff in the volumes, but man, it was so good. I would highly recommend getting them. I'd highly recommend reading them. The reading experience was incredible. The story is incredible. It's dark. There's a lot of fighting. There's a lot of bloodshed. There's a lot of more adult themes. But I can see why everyone praises this series so highly. And yeah, I would give this series so far I've read 6 volumes, I'm pretty sure. I think there's 3 in each deluxe edition. I'd give it a 10 out of 10. It's a banger. It's a page turner. Anyways, that's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.